Yo, what is going on, guys? Wanted to drop a gameplay for you. This game is actually bananas, and this shows exactly what is wrong with Madden 22. In a nutshell, this is everything wrong with the game. If you aren't familiar with Chris Football, this is a competitive player that I believe just started playing competitively or just finally got good enough to play competitively. And overall, you see, he runs a scheme that is very toxic. He basically abuses the quarterback rollout, which is something I do as well. So I knew going into this gameplay, as soon as I saw his gamer tag up top, I knew I was going to actually have to pay attention and actually try because I knew just how demonic he is as a person to play. And sure enough, he goes down the field, scores, and then goes for two and runs with his quarterback. So right off the bat, I know not only am I going to have to match him, toxic for toxic, I'm going to also have to get 2 point conversions, as I just get blown up right there by Richard Sherman of all people. I know I'm going to have to match him on the 2 point conversions as well, which is not something that I typically do on stream. I don't generally like going for 2 points. I do have a very good concept to get 2 point conversions pretty much almost at will, as you guys will see. And it's almost the same thing that he does, right? Now, I'm coming out and I'm running the ball a little bit. I want to see where his gap shoot is. I just picked up the Derrick Henry, so I'm basically playing around, making sure I can run the ball a little bit. I also picked up Trey Lance. For those of you guys that watch the stream, you know that I've been running Derrick Henry at quarterback, and I will say Trey Lance is extremely, extremely good. Here, you see, he run commits, blitzes the corner as well, and yeah, it doesn't matter. Tied up 8-8. And you see, what I'm doing defensively is almost like just hoping and praying. Like, it really does seem that way. But the one quote-unquote counter to people that roll out is mixing up who they're double teaming and who they theoretically have to worry about being on the contain. And since he runs a play action play, it actually doesn't affect it at all. So what I was expecting to be a reasonable or reliable counter to his offense, yeah, it's not. As you guys will see, this game is absolutely bonkers. The way that this finishes up, and you'll see, this is a shootout to every sense of the degree, right? We're going up and down the field against each other. So this is Madden 22. For those of you guys that aren't playing it at a high level, pretty much in a high level game, it comes down to pretty much one stop, and both of us, me and Chris Football over here, are going to try our damnedest to get that one stop in this game, and it's just not gonna be pretty defensively. And like I said, the way that I'm playing defense right here, I'm just kind of hoping that I can either hit stick his quarterback when he's running, or I can, force him to essentially milk himself out of the game. And that was my philosophy. And as you see, he's just not worried at all about, um, you know, running and getting out of the contains and stuff like that. And here you see he sits back in the pocket, hits me with a nice little crosser. So he did have, he ran one play. Well, technically two. He ran two plays, and overall, that's all he needed throughout the entire course of this game to go essentially score for score with me. And it's kind of weird because I don't do a whole lot of plays either. Like in my offensive scheme, I generally will use 4 plays, maybe 5, as you see him rolling out and getting the 2 point conversion again. So here we go, running the ball. He's going to be ultra aggressive now and start to try to shoot some of these runs. So here we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually, pass the ball, I believe. So, nope, I might have lied. We're going to run the ball again. I'm apparently hell-bent on getting Derrick Henry involved, although I will say my Derrick Henry got hit-sticked a lot this game for no real reason. And here you see me, abusing his coverage shell and getting down to the 9-yard line. For those of you guys that haven't already seen my ebook that is on the Steelers offense, it is a complete glitch in the game, as you guys will see. There's not really a whole lot to it in the sense that is sim or quote unquote real football, but I feel like it is the absolute best way to play Madden 22 if you're trying to have some fun and if you're just absolutely trying to score at will pretty much every time. So as you see, run in the 2 point conversion of my quarterback again. That's out of the jumbo formation. It's a way to quick hike it, and you just kind of are out of there at that point. And yeah, here you see Chris Football, throwing to the running back route. and now he's mixing in runs, so there's ultra toxic because, stopping the pass is hard enough, and then now you start mixing in the run. It's kind of the same concept that I'm doing, right? Like, I'm running the ball just enough to where his user has to worry about shooting down. I've hit him with a bomb, I've hit him with, a streak that got me 60 yards because I guess he screwed up his adjustments, or he was just ultra aggressive with his adjustments. And that was pretty much it, right? I mean, you see, he's running one play and just glitching out my contain, throwing some, slants and posts, and he's throwing the running back route. You saw at the top of the screen right there, he's 6 for 6. There is another run by him, this little dive RPO, and yeah, it's a good scheme, honestly. Like, the way that I look at it, it's a slightly watered down version of the scheme that I run, and it's not because it's not good. It is a very good scheme. It is just really one play. You see PA tight end leak, and then he also runs, I think it's like curl flat out of there, and then of course a couple runs. But that's it. He's got corners, he's got crossers, he's got things that are just ultra difficult to defend. Now you see him audibling up. Every time he audibles up, he runs the ball. That was something that I did key in on when we played, and it's just, nothing I can really do, right? I mean, I'm sitting here in a defense that theoretically should slow down the quarterback running, which is my whole goal, but it doesn't. It doesn't actually work. Here you see I do make an adjustment, and I finally get him to make a bad read. So far, up until this point, he has not made a single bad read, and he's just abused my defense up and down the field. But I made that one adjustment. I put Night Train Lane in a hook zone, which was set to 5 yards, and he tries to throw the wheel route, and it actually picks it off. I get a nice click on, and I'm able to pick it off. So I get the ball at half, and I've got a 7-point lead because I did kick the field goal. And at this point, the way that I'm playing, I know this game's over. So for me, I'm just going to keep scoring pretty much at will. And I'm going to let my opponent essentially try to clock him out. Like, I'm going to let him clock himself out. And the way that I'm playing defense, basically, I'm just going to take away all the deeper options. And I'm going to let him throw this running back route over and over again if he wants it. Because I know at this point, I don't need to get a stop. I just got to make sure that I score when I get the ball back. And you'll see that with this offense, there's really not a whole lot for me to do in terms of, scoring. Scoring is extremely easy. But then right here, I think I got him with another bad read, and
EA Sports. Go fuck yourself.
So at this point, I'm annoyed because I feel like I should have the ball right now. I feel like it was an easy pick, and I just know how difficult this scheme that he's running is going to be to stop, right? I don't know if I'm going to get another stop on him the rest of the game, and although I'm very confident that I'm going to go score for score with him, all it takes is one mistake, right? One mistake, one fumble, and I'm back in a game that I theoretically should have a definite win in. And so I'm a little bit annoyed. Here, I think I bait him trying to get the wheel route. Of course, I don't get there. And he hits a nice little spin, gets down to, the 12-yard line or so. And then now we're right back in the situation we've been in the whole game. He throws a route that should be covered, and he catches it. So, once again, that drive just absolutely annoyed me. Here, he runs in with the quarterback. I don't know what my flat zone and when I sent the spy, essentially, when I sent the flat zone, I don't know why he rushed directly inward. So, just one of those things. EA is, God, it's in the game, and this game is broken and bad. But with that being said, I'm abusing the shit out of the game as well, right? So it's hard to be very upset when my opponent's using a broken tactic on me, when my offense is built around the same broken tactic. I have more dots and stuff where I could sit in the pocket if I wanted to out of my scheme than he does. But at the same time, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I can't be mad at him for the way he's playing. And it's just those small little things that where you feel like you get cheated in this game are just miserable. And that's kind of the main frustration point with this game, because everybody knows the game's not good. But the fact that the game's not good and you feel like you get cheated is just absolutely brutal sometimes. But here you go. He gets another hit stick. I juked inside. That could have been a fumble, to be honest. So here I actually audibled down into a two running back set, two running back, two tight end set. I'm just trying to take some clock with me. I did need to sub out Allworth after that last hit. Here we go. Me just throwing a nice little laser to the end zone. And we scored again, right? So now I need to score this 2 point conversion to go up by 14, and we'll do that right there. Trey Lance makes that throw a lot better than Derrick Henry. Rolling left, Trey Lance is significantly better. I will say that. And here we go again, right? So I've got this 14-point lead. There's a little over 2 minutes left in the game. So I know, he's in a situation where he's got to bomb me. So you don't see me pressing here. I'm basically just playing off coverage man. I did press late, but I know at this point, like, I'm not going to allow myself to get bombed. So with that being said, that obviously opens up everything underneath. So he's going to hit these running back routes. He's going to try to bomb me here, and deep route KO activates against his deep in KO. So that was nice that it happened that way. But yeah, like my whole philosophy at this point is, if he wants to run with the quarterback, if he wants to dump it down, let him, right? Because I've obviously got the lead. I'm not worried about getting another stop. So all these passes he wants to go down the field, picking up 5, 6, 7 yards, even 10 yards. I'm gonna let him. Hopefully, I can keep him in bounds, keep the clock running a bit. And yeah, I mean, I'm taking away everything deep. He hits a nice little corner out there to the tight end. And you see, like, he's not struggling by any means to move the ball, right? I've gotten the one good adjustment on him to where I was able to put my 5-yard hook, which I was able to get a nice click on and pick him off. But besides that, up and down the field we go. Just Madden 22 in a nutshell. Here you see throws a corner, should be a pick. Nope, not this game. He's going to roll out this time, and once again, Tyreek just, I don't know where this man's going. But he scores, he's going to go for two, and as you can see with the theme of this game so far, he's going to go ahead and get it, right? Run with the quarterback. It's just absolutely broken. I'm doing it, he's doing it. If you're not doing it, you're playing this Madden game wrong. It's just the way that it is. If you're a sim player, by all means, play how you want to play. But yeah, running with the quarterback, screwing up the contains, breaking containment, it's just the best way to move the ball. You see, I do it right back to him on a 2nd and 7, pick up the first down. He's going to pause the game, and he's going to concede, and he's out of there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed.